Well, joining me now from Paris is the French MP Nathalie Oziol from the left-wing party France Unbowed, which is part of the bloc of opposition left of centre parties. Nathalie, good to have you back on the programme. So you've got your scalp. Bayrou is gone, a crushing defeat. What now?
Yeah, that's the big question, actually. It's the second government which fell in less than a year. But this was inevitable because after the snap elections, which took place last July 2024, Emmanuel Macron decided not to respect the vote by appointing far-right prime ministers and a Macronist prime minister. So obviously, because he didn't respect the vote, his prime ministers, his governments were not legitimate. So now what I say is, enough with this. There is one person in France who's responsible for the situation, the critical situation. It's Emmanuel Macron himself. So now it's time for him to leave.
You tweeted tonight or posted tonight, Bayrou has fallen. As you just said, time for Macron to follow. But he's not going to, is he? He has said that he will stay till the end of his term in 2027. There's really very little that can unseat him right now.
Well, we'll see about that, because, you know, he also said that this government was supposed to last for a little longer. And then when Bayrou asked for this confidence vote, well, as you could see, he fell and he was toppled. And again, well, we had snap elections, a new configuration in parliament. We had two governments, a third one in a few days. Nobody believes that the problem will be solved. And you listen. Well, I listen to the people being interviewed. They don't believe that either.
Right.
So what else is there to do? Well, for instance, early presidential elections.
Okay, but the problem is also France's mushrooming debt. As you heard in the piece, 114% of economic output. I mean, that is absolutely massive. The third highest debt in the EU. Macron has been trying to deal with it for years. He has failed. Barnier failed last year. Bayrou has failed now. You're going to have to get it under control somehow, aren't you?
Yes. And apparently Macron is unable to do so. He has also
because
of himself, because he decided to get obstinated in his political decisions, never to listen to any other proposition. We have propositions. For instance, re-establishing the solidarity tax on wealth. That would be a proposition. That would be something new. You know, it was revoked. It used to exist in France. And this is a loss in money income in France. If we re-establish this tax on wealth people, this would be 4 billion euros, the same amount of money that the slashing of 2 holidays, which Bayrou proposed, was supposed to bring in. So why not choose a fair social measure? Solidarity from the wealthy people to the rest of society.
Just finally, Nathalie, I mean, we have a similar debate in this country. There's an election in Norway that's dominated by debate over a wealth tax. This is a common theme. But in France in particular, if you keep toppling governments, the next president of your country is not going to be Jean-Luc Mélenchon of your party. It's going to be someone called Marine Le Pen or Jordan Bardella of the far right.
How do you know? You can see the future. You know, 27 polls. 27 polls out of 27 announced that the National Rally, the far-right party, would win the snap elections last July. Well, it didn't happen. So we are ready for early presidential elections. And I believe that since one person alone has decided he's able to decide about everything, has failed to bring solutions, well, the fair measure, the fair decision would be to let the people decide in France.